Hi everyone, Metalhead here. Hope you're doing well. Just taking a shared taxi to Maseru today for 320 Rand. Good price. If I took Intercape to Bloemfontein and got there today, I'd probably have to stay there overnight. But this is directly, so you can get a shared taxi from from Johannesburg all the way to Maseru for 320 Rand. SITREP 100 TIA. Normally I assume this van won't go until a certain time, or they'll go when they get more people. That's the way it is over here. I mean, you literally can't plan things according to time, I guess. But as long as I get to Maseru today, I'll be happy. SITREP 150. It's not leaving. There's only 4 other people here. Don't know when I'm gonna leave. There's no fixed time. I'll leave when I've got enough. Well, finally I'm leaving Johannesburg. It's been a 4-hour wait at the taxi station, waiting for the van to fill up. I had to change vans from a bigger to a small one, and now the journey begins to my 91st nation of Lesotho. I don't expect to get to Maseru by dusk today. TIA. The hospital's named after Sani, a hero of this country. He died in 1993, before the end of apartheid. He was murdered by a Polish man who immigrated to South Africa, and this man is still in jail. So Sani's memory lives on. As I'm driving out on the freeway in this van, I can see the Soweto Towers in the distance. That's where I stayed last night. So I'm on the freeway, and I'm heading onto Bloemfontein and then to Maseru. To take 4 or 5-ish hours, 6 hours depending on how traffic is. Well, I'm somewhere in a different province of South Africa, Providence Free State. Yeah, so the Orange Free State back in the day, because the Orange River is what divides Lesotho and South Africa. So, car's getting a wash, everyone else is getting some food. I've already got some snacks in my back, might buy something soon. Little town, and the houses look completely different to the ones in Joburg. I mean, I wouldn't call this one like a gated community. I see an electric fence, barbed wires. Oh yeah, it's a security fence. And look at that house. There's a sunset happening over South Africa. I'm closing on a lady brand. I believe the border might shut because it's not 24 hours. It'll probably stay open, I believe. I hope so. I've got my couch surfing host 9 miles from the border. Morning everyone, this is Metalhead here in Maseru, Lesotho. It's about to leave now at 7:30. Fortunately, I didn't really get much time to see the city. I arrived here at 7. Today I'm traveling from Maseru to Mokhotling. Yes, it was close to the Sani Pass. I didn't get to see much of Maseru last night and this morning because arriving there at 7, leaving at 7. I didn't have any Wi-Fi at my couchsurfing host, which is expected because most people just use mobile phones. I'm yet to buy a SIM card. I've been in Africa now for 48 hours and I'm just a bit ridiculous that I haven't given myself this opportunity. I mean, it's not rocket science or brain surgery just to go into a phone shop and ask for a bloody SIM card. We've been stopped here for about 15 minutes for people to get off and buy food. I've got too much of a big money to spend here. I'd rather just go to a supermarket because the biggest note I've got, the smallest note I've got right now is 50 Metalhead. So, on to Mokhotling today. This is what my life is like on a bus in Lesotho. It's going to take another few more hours to get to Mokhotling. I am sad I didn't get to see much of Maseru, but I mean, it's a capital. I'll go back again later in life, even though it took 7 hours from Johannesburg. And I must warn you, accommodation in Maseru is so much more expensive than neighbouring South Africa. Bumpy road right now. Oh yes. Wow. You wouldn't believe how many aloe vera plants I have seen right now. I mean, look at this. I'm going around the mountains. Wow. They call Lesotho a kingdom of mountains. The interesting thing is I haven't seen anybody wearing those pointy hats they wear. I've seen a lot of like bastard blankets that people wear. Those blankets cost about £100 in England. I'm 128 kilometers away from where I'm supposed to be, so just bedazzled with the views of these mountains. And I mean, you can see like sort of like rivers, streams of water coming down from them, and how these pinkish trees plot this land with a bull looking over. This is such a windy road. The British probably took ages to build this. This land was never meant to be part of South Africa. This is the Bastille people's land. Just look at all this snow melting away at the start of spring. Yes, it does snow in some parts of Africa, but only like high up in the mountains. Like in Lesotho, the mountainous country, you do get some snow. And there's even a ski resort nearby. Just stop for a urinal break right here. I'm only 3,000 meters above sea level. Not the Sani Pass yet, that's the other side of the country. Just, I mean, there's so many different paths all over this country. So, that's my bus. Mokhotling. That's where it's going to end up to. It's been a joyous ride from Maseru. I've only got about an hour left till I get to Mokhotling, but silly me, there's no accommodation in Mokhotling, so I have to go further south, another 52 kilometers to get to like where I'm staying, which is 25ish kilometers from the Sani Pass. And these batteries I'm using that I bought for 75 pence, zinc batteries, don't buy them, stick to Energizer, bad mistake. And I've been using Energizer for this camera for the last year and a bit. I should have stuck with them. So the bus is stopping for something. We're in the distance, looks so long. This is another windy road. Tell where we've come from, like up there. Wow. Can't believe this big bus could do all this. But tomorrow I'm going to need the use of a 4-wheel drive to get me down Sani Pass and back to South Africa. It's another 30 miles to get to Mokhotling. So just say goodbye to my trail companionship for the day. He's going to send me I'm going to send him an email in the next few days, but I've not had any proper internet connection since I left Lesotho yesterday. Basically, there's no Wi-Fi at my couchsurfing's house. Here it is. Yeah. He's left Mokhotling back there, heading all the way down to Sani tonight. I won't make the border, but I'll just do it tomorrow. So I'm quite tired. Yeah, put my feet up after a whole day's travel. Morning everyone, I'm at Sani Pass on the border of Lesotho and South Africa, so South Africa's over there. Funny thing is, the highest pub in Africa is actually in South African territory, but you don't have to cross the border to get there. Oh, I've just crossed the border from Lesotho back there, with the South African borders all the way down the Sani Pass. This is going to be an amazing ride, even though this battery's not going to last long. But anyway, that's the highest pub in Africa right there. I had a glass of water and a nice meal for 200 Rand last night. I paid about 800 Rand for a backpacker's room a kilometer away. This is a fucking thing. This rugged rain. Yeah. Just came all the way up there, like all the way down there.
Tina plan yomthwala akatsindi tina plan yomthwala bangenzeka sibaleke
It's cold up here.
tina plan yomthwala kanti kodwa seleki nako bangabuya badawuthela mbu ngoba babhukuda enza ntoka ngomkhulu kanti Kaya, wabona le hotman, ngidonto kakhulu. Ngiyakufaka le sifolo na ngazi. Kaya manje ibuwa. Nani? Kathi za yini ngata le ndoda. Akeyeke le makutana. Kita buat kacau lah itu baru. Ya, buat mana? Ini sebab dia nak punca lagi itu. Lepas dia nak tahu lepas punca macam yang punca. Tadi tu. Lepas tahu dah tu. Tahu dulu yang baik tahu kan aku.
I'm very grateful to be on this map today because I didn't know how I was going to get back to Onenberg. I knew there were vans going down here. Man, this is the most rugged terrain I've ever ridden on. Never experienced anything like this in England or Australia. Even the roads I took to get from Georgia to Armenia up the mountains, they were better paved. This is not paved, I tell you. This will never be paved. This is God's wonder of saying, I can create mountains, you can drive on them if you can't be lucky. The Sani Pass drive was fantastic. This is like a once in a lifetime opportunity, something like this. I'm so glad I did it. Because not that many people would want to drive up the Sani Pass in their own car because they need a 4x4. You can't get a 4x4 and you got no license. You need to get a van. It was well worth the experience, and I'm on the way back to Onenberg, and hopefully I'll be in Durban by tonight.